The Mullaperiyar Dam. Picture this. A behemoth of a structure nestled in the lush Western Ghats of India, holding back a reservoir that could make Noah himself nervous. It's a sight to behold. The Mullaperiyar Dam, built by the British back when handlebar mustaches were all the rage, sits in Kerala, but is controlled by Tamil Nadu. This historical marvel has quite the backstory. It's old, like needs a hip replacement and a good wrinkle cream old. We're talking about a structure that's seen more birthdays than your great-grandparents. We're talking 128 years of wear and tear, and let's just say, the years have not been kind. The dam has faced the relentless forces of nature. The dam's condition has sparked more arguments than a family vacation with only one working phone charger. It's a hot topic that stirs up emotions. Cracks have appeared, raising concerns about its stability. These aren't just minor issues, they're significant enough to warrant serious attention. We're talking crevices you could practically drive a Tata Nano through. The scale of these cracks is alarming and cannot be ignored. Now you might be thinking, John, isn't there some kind of system to prevent dams from spontaneously bursting like an overfilled water balloon? And you'd be right. There are safety regulations, but here's the kicker. The Mullaperiyar Dam predates most of them. Engineer experts have been sounding the alarm bell about the dam's deteriorating condition for years. They warn that a major earthquake or even unusually heavy rainfall could be all it takes to send this aging giant cascading down the mountain. And if that happens, well, let's just say you'd better have a really good life vest handy. The reservoir behind the dam is also a ticking time bomb of sediment. Years of siltation have reduced its capacity, putting even more strain on the aging structure. To understand why this dam is causing such a stir, we need to take a little trip down memory lane. Back in the 1880s, when the British Empire was busy adding countries to its collection like they were stamps, they decided that the then parched region of Madras, now Tamil Nadu, needed a good drink of water. The Periyar River, flowing through the lush lands of Travancore, now part of Kerala, seemed like the perfect source. So they struck a deal with the princely state of Travancore to build a dam on the Periyar River. This agreement was not just a simple handshake, it was a detailed contract. Historian: the agreement gave the British lease rights to the land for 999 years. This was an unusually long lease, even by the standards of the time. Yes, you heard that right, 999 years. They were thinking far ahead, planning for the future. They were playing the long game, those Brits. They envisioned a future where their infrastructure projects would stand the test of time. Fast forward to 1970. India is now independent, and the once seemingly beneficial 999-year lease is looking less like a good deal and more like a really bad hangover. The independent Indian government is now questioning the terms of this ancient agreement. Kerala, now in charge of the land, is getting a little nervous about this giant aging dam in their backyard. The dam, which once symbolized progress and cooperation, is now a source of tension and concern. The safety and sustainability of the structure are under scrutiny, and the debate over its future continues to this day. Now here's where things get really interesting. Tamil Nadu, still reliant on the dam for irrigation and drinking water, wants to keep the water flowing. Kerala, on the other hand, is worried about the dam's safety and the potential for a catastrophic failure. It's a classic case of water wars, with both sides dug in deeper than a tick on a water buffalo. Local resident Kerala argues that the dam is a ticking time bomb and wants it decommissioned. They propose building a new dam downstream to address Tamil Nadu's water needs while ensuring the safety of their own people. Well, Tamil Nadu isn't exactly thrilled with this idea. They argue that the existing dam is perfectly safe and accuse Kerala of trying to hog all the water. Now, you might be asking yourself, why not just build a new dam? Everyone loves a good infrastructure project. And you wouldn't be wrong. Infrastructure projects can bring jobs, boost the economy, and provide long-term benefits. A new dam could potentially solve everyone's problems. A safe and reliable water supply for Tamil Nadu, and peace of mind for Kerala. It sounds like a win-win situation, right? Government official? Well, as with most things in life, it all boils down to two things: money and politics. Building a new dam is an expensive and time-consuming undertaking. The costs can run into billions of dollars. It would require years of planning, construction, and of course, endless rounds of negotiations between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. These negotiations can be incredibly complex and drawn out. Then there's the political side of things. The Mullaperiyar Dam has become a symbol of regional pride and political posturing. It's not just about water, it's about identity and power. Neither state wants to be seen as backing down, even if it means clinging onto a crumbling relic of the past. The emotional and historical significance of the dam makes the decision even more complicated. And if the human cost wasn't enough, the economic impact would be staggering. Homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure would be swept away. Now let's talk about the areas that would bear the brunt of this potential disaster. If the Mullaperiyar Dam were to fail, the districts of Idukki, Ernakulam, Kottayam, Alappuzha, and Pathanamthitta in Kerala would be directly in the path of destruction. These districts, home to millions of people, are the heartland of Kerala's scenic backwaters and lush tea plantations. Imagine the idyllic backwaters transformed into raging torrents of water. Local resident, the people living in these districts are essentially sitting ducks. They go about their daily lives knowing that a ticking time bomb is perched precariously upstream. They live with the constant fear that one day, their lives could be swept away in a torrent of water. The Mullaperiyar Dam issue is not just about water rights or political posturing. It's about the very survival of a state and its people. It's about preventing a disaster that could have far-reaching consequences for generations to come. So, what can be done to avert this potential catastrophe? Well, the first step is simple. Acknowledge the problem. Both Kerala and Tamil Nadu need to put aside their differences and recognize that the current situation is unsustainable. Government official. Building a new dam, while challenging, is the most logical solution. It would require compromise from both states, but the alternative is simply too risky to contemplate. In the meantime, there are steps that can be taken to mitigate the risks posed by the existing dam. Regular inspections, repairs, and the gradual lowering of the water level in the reservoir can help buy time while a long-term solution is being worked out.